What's up? Duncan the Highlander here, and I'm about to post a little video going over the jab. I was outside, out in the woods, and this was my first time using my new little camera that my mom let me loan. It's not perfect, it's not brand new, but it's better than my phone, so we're going to use it until we get better. So that's what we're going to do for now. Here, I'm breaking down the jab. I start off, or I'll just kind of give you a brief little breakthrough right now, I guess, is that when we throw the jab, we build momentum from the bottom, starting with our feet, coming up from the ground, through our hips, like a chain, from our hips to our elbows, that we stay nice and tight, and coming through all the way to the end to our wrists. So you're going to see, when you see me throw this jab, watch how I start from my back leg, I push, and when I push off my back leg, that momentum comes up towards my hips. Then when it gets to my hips, I pivot my hips. It gets into my shoulder, pivot my shoulder, come out through with my elbow nice and tight. I keep my elbow down till the last second so that you can't see anything when I throw the jab. So, if you guys like this video, please share. Sharing is the #1 thing you guys can do to help me, and I can see, and I'm not getting that many shares. So if you guys are actually liking the videos, please give me some shares, my friends. If you guys like the videos, comments, give me some questions of some things you like. I know somebody asked me about the rubber guard. I still didn't forget about that. And some things you'd like to talk about. Ask me some questions. And with you guys' help, this can get better and better. Trust me. I'll be one of the big YouTubers with you guys on my side. Thank you. Peace. Be bold. Duncan the Highlander here with a tutorial of the jab. The first 15-20 seconds is going to be a pretty bare bones breakdown, and then the last little bit is going to show me kind of using it in different ways to do it. Starting off, pushing off the back of our foot, coming back right into our fighting stance, pushing off the ground. Now this part is talking about keeping our elbows in. Notice how my elbow is in nice and tight, and I rotate my hand over at the last second, coming right in as a straight line, palm sideways, and then at the last second I rotate. What that does is that helps me keep my elbow in nice and tucked. This is showing that I keep my chin down and I keep my shoulder up, so that my shoulder is protecting my chin in case a punch comes back. Now you kind of see me throwing it and pushing with my back leg, another variation. Rather than just stepping with it, I'm stepping and moving. Now I want you to pay attention to my front hip. Alright, as I punch, I'm pivoting my front hip. Now that also allows me to get a little extra reach with my jab. So these are all things that allows me to increase my jab, increase my distance. So you see I'm pivoting my hip. This time I'm not going to, I believe. No, here I do. You see I'm pivoting my hip, which gives me a little more reach. And then there's going to be, see, I'm pivoting my hip through. And when I do that, that gives me a little more pop in the punch and gives me a little more reach. It does make me maybe susceptible to a low kick. And then here you're going to see me doing it without the pivot as much. And then back in with the pivot. The key to the jab, here I throw a back fist real quick. The key to the jab is to keep your elbow in nice and tight so that you can sneak it into a combo and nobody sees the punch coming. Right, so here I'm going to try to show me just playing with the jab a little. You see I pivot my front hip. You see my hip pivot over on each one of those shots. Thank you guys. So here I'm going to end it off doing some jabs as I pivot. I want you to just watch my elbow staying in nice and tight. Watch how I use my front hip to kind of gain a little bit of extra distance, and then watch when I do decide to bring my back leg, how I slide it so that my weight is under me at all times. Was Duncan the Highlander. Peace. Be bold.